Hi guys, so in this video you're going to be getting ready with me from making my skin ready for makeup to applying my makeup and my hair and fragrance and just kind of getting me ready through the day. And I'm sure when I watch the footage I'm going to be like, oh my god, you look scary to begin with and so much better towards the end, but that is kind of how it works. So I hope you enjoy this video and I will see you in my next one. So we're going to start with skincare obviously, and I've cleansed my face. I used the Body Shop Tea Tree Cool and Creamy wash, which looks like this, just because I've got quite a few blemishes going on my chin at the moment, which I'm not quite sure what that's about, but I'm gonna just spritz my face with some toner. I'm using the Spa Revitalizing Toning Mist, which looks like this, and I love this. And I'm just gonna kind of hold it from a distance and spritz my face like that, and then just let that sink in for a couple of seconds until my face kind of feels dry. And then I'm gonna use a serum. Now normally I use the what is this called? Lily Farm Fresh Oil-Free Conditioning Serum, which I absolutely love, but today I'm not going to use that. I'm going to try the Lancome Visionnaire serum because I've got a small sample of this and I want to use it up. And I'm going to just apply a little bit of that all over my face and then follow with my day cream and my eye cream. But I'm just going to kind of let the toner go into my skin a little bit because I can't stand how it feels when it's wet. And I'm going to just put some lip balm on as well because my lips are feeling really dry. This is the Raw Skincare Hint of Mint 100% Natural Lip Balm. Really, really cute, and it smells really lovely. It's just kind of like a clear lip balm, but really nice if you do suffer from very dry lips, which I always do. So my skin's kind of almost dry now. I'm going to open the Lancome. Oh, it's kind of gone everywhere already. This is strange. It's kind of like a very, very pale pink colour. So I'm just going to apply this everywhere and see kind of how I get on with it. The texture of it's quite nice. It's quite, it's very, very pink. It's quite runny and it doesn't feel too heavy or silicone based. So I think I do quite like the feeling of it, but we'll see how it makes my skin appear. Then I'm going to move on to my day cream, and I'm using this one at the moment by Elemis, and it's the Elemis Fresh Skin Softly Daily Moisturizer, which looks like this. And I'm just going to get a small amount of this on my hands. As you've noticed, I don't apply any of these products on my forehead because it just makes my forehead unnecessarily oily and causes breakouts for me on my forehead. So I don't know, my forehead's just super sensitive, so I don't really apply anything apart from cleanser and sunscreen on my forehead. So that's kind of my day cream, and then I kind of take what I've got left down my neck. And then my favourite eye cream of the moment is the Heal Gel Eye, and this is what it looks like. This is really, really nice, and I just get a small amount on my ring finger. And it's kind of like a sort of silicone gel texture. And spread it between both fingers and just tap it in under my eye area. And just really kind of tap it in, and it really does brighten your under eye area, and it really does make your makeup go on that much nicer. So I'm just going to kind of let my moisturiser and everything sink in for a minute or two, and then I'm going to come back and apply my makeup. So because my skin has been behaving so beautifully lately, I'm going to start with a primer, and I'm going to use the Cover FX mattifying primer that's got an anti-acne treatment in it. Not that I'm saying I've got acne, but I've just been trying out so much different skincare lately for videos and reviews and that kind of thing, that my skin is just kind of getting a bit fed up, I think, and it's kind of breaking out, and I need to simplify things back down. But I just love trying things, and I'm constantly chopping and changing my skincare. So I'm just going to smooth that on all over, and it's a nice kind of silicone based primer, which I really like, but if you don't like silicone you might not be able to get on with this. And the camera is making my face look such a weird colour, like it looks like my face is yellow. Why is my face that colour? My face isn't really that colour. So for foundation now, I'm going to use something that I don't believe I've talked about very much in videos, and it's really a shame because I love this and I do use it quite often, more so during the winter time. But this is the Makeup Atelier Liquid Waterproof Foundation, which looks like this, and I have it in the shade, I don't know how to tell what the shade here is, FLW3Y. Really nice foundation. So I'm just going to put a bit of this on the back of my hand, so about that much, and then I'm going to start to apply this down kind of the bits that need the most coverage first of all, and then we'll go from there. So just kind of applying it like that, and to apply this I'm using the Sigma F80 Kabuki brush, just because it kind of helps to really get it into your skin nicely. And I kind of just tap it in first and then start to kind of blend it outwards. But I feel like if you tap it in, you kind of get the most coverage, which I desperately need today because my skin is just not looking very nice. So make sure you kind of take it in the jawline area and that kind of thing, so you kind of get a nice colour match. This is quite a good colour for me when I'm kind of a little bit paler. I haven't got any tan on at the moment because I'm testing the Vita Liberate one in a couple of days, and I wanted to make sure my skin was totally tan free before I started. I don't apply foundation on my forehead. I know someone's going to ask this, just because, like I said, it breaks me out and I don't really need the coverage. So that's the foundation on. You can see kind of it's not too unnatural looking, but it still just kind of hides what you want to hide. And I am going to have to go in with some concealer and do a bit of that because obviously my skin's a bit crap. So I'm going to use the W7 Cover Stick with Tea Tree Concealer. I used to really love this. I'm not getting on with it as well anymore, but I'm kind of trying to see how I feel about it. So just on places where I need a bit more coverage. I do tend to kind of put it on my pigmentation, but to be honest, it doesn't really make any difference. It doesn't make them look any nicer. And then I'm just going to use this little Zoeva, what is this called? Their concealer buffer, just to kind of buff that in a little bit. It's quite a kind of runny, not runny, but quite a sort of emollient textured concealer. So you don't need to kind of work it into the skin too much. And then under my eyes, I'm going to use my Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. And something about this that a lot of people said that they find it really drying. It can be drying if you don't use a good eye cream. So the key with this is to just use a good eye cream. I'm looking at the mirror, by the way. That's why I'm kind of not looking directly at you. If you use a good eye cream, I never really have any problems with this kind of making the area look more tired than it is. Just brush what I've got left under my brow bone. So that's my kind of base done. I'm going to add some powder in a second, but I like to just kind of pat my face, make sure that any visible brush lines are gone, and just that everything's looking kind of nice and neat. And now I'm going to add a little bit of powder. I'm using the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I'm just going to get this on a MAC, what is this, the 182 I believe, yeah, and just kind of press it into my forehead. I can use powder on my forehead, in fact it's a must because I get so oily, but I like to just kind of press it in and then just kind of buff everywhere else. So that's my base done, and now we're going to move on to kind of blush and bronzer. I'm going to start off with bronzer, and I'm going to use this one by e.l.f. It's their kind of bronzing and blushing duo, whatever it's called. I'm going to use the bronzer. It's kind of a dupe for NARS Laguna, but I'm just using this because it's got a little bit of shimmer in it, and I just feel like my skin kind of needs a bit of a pick-me-up today. Not sure why. I gave myself a nice facial on Saturday, but I don't know. It's just not looking that fantastic. And I just like to kind of warm my neck up as well. I find that really, really makes a difference. And then just kind of take it everywhere. Then I'm going to do some contouring because I cannot not contour my face. And I'm going to use the MUA contour shade, which I am just addicted to. This is their pressed powder in number 4. And I just like to get a little bit of this on an angled brush, tap off any excess, and then stuck my face in. But I like to kind of concentrate it on this part rather than the higher part. So I kind of go like this. And then just shade the hollow. And my jawline. My face really, really does benefit from contouring. I've just got one of those very round faces. So that's it, that's my contouring done. Now we're going to move on to brows. So for brows, first of all, I'm going to just brush them up. My brow routine never ever changes because I always do the same thing, but I thought I won't skip it because then it'll kind of look a bit odd. And then just with a matte brown eyeshadow, just work it through the brow and kind of just fill in any gaps, but I don't like to fill it in too much. I don't like it to look like a really kind of obviously filled in brow. I like there to kind of be a bit of brow texture, if that makes sense. And then just brush everything through again. And then I always set my brows, and I have used this in loads of videos, but the Shivata Brow Tamer, absolutely love this. And it's just got this kind of little plastic applicator, and it's really, really fantastic to just get your brows looking nice and neat. And it doesn't feel weird on your brows, like you don't feel like you've got product on them, because I hate that. So that's my brows done. Then for eyes, I'm going to use a little bit of the MUA eye primer, just all over the lid, because my eyelids can get quite oily. I'm going to do a review of that soon, I think, because I definitely think it's a really, really nice product. I'm going to do like a blog post about it or something maybe, because it is very, very good, and it's very good value for money. But smooth that all over, and it does create kind of like a slightly lightening kind of effect on your eyelids. My eyelids are very, very dark, but it does kind of create a little bit of an effect. And I'm going to now go in with eyeshadow. I haven't actually decided what eyeshadow I'm going to use, which is quite exciting, because normally I kind of pre-decide what makeup I'm going to use. But I've got a box here of new things, and I think I'm going to use this one by The Body Shop, which is called Melt My Heart. And it's one of their Colour Crush eyeshadows. It's actually broken because it broke in the post, but it's a really, really beautiful kind of champagne-y nude colour, kind of like an All That Glitters type of colour, really. And then I'm just going to get that onto a little flat brush, just apply this all over, kind of take it up a little bit. And I've been doing this a lot lately. It's just been kind of like my go-to one eyeshadow thing, just not using too much, all over. And then I am going to go in with a little bit of liner, and I know I wore liquid liner in my last video, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to just use a little bit of pencil and smudge it out. I'm using this one by Avon, which is their Perfect Kohl, and I'm just going to trace a small kind of messy line on my upper lash line, so like that, and then just smudge that out with this smudger end. Rimmel do a fantastic eye pencil that comes with a little smudger that's waterproof and lasts really, really well, but I'm just going to use this one today. And just make sure you don't have any kind of gaps between your lashes, because that looks quite rubbish. So I've done that on my first eye, and then I might just kind of add a little bit more smudging just to kind of really soften the look. I don't like it to kind of be a really, really obvious line. And then I'm going to just do the same on the other eye. And it's good because you don't have to be very precise, and it's very quick, but it still kind of looks like you've put makeup on and made the effort to put makeup on, if you know what I mean. So just smudge that out. And then you can just go in with your finger and kind of soften it a bit if you feel like you've got too much. But that's kind of my go-to eye look. And then for mascara, what shall I use today? As I said, I kind of don't plan my makeup in advance. I kind of decide what I'm feeling. So let's open my mascara drawer and select something. What shall we use? I'm going to use L'Oreal Voluminous because that's what popped out first. But I do really like this mascara. Oh, I've just got it on my finger. Never mind. But I'm just going to kind of get closer to the mirror because I can't do mascara any other way. I'm only going to apply this on my top lashes because I've been really enjoying doing that lately. I just feel like it kind of looks fresher and a little bit nicer. And I've been kind of not applying anything on my waterline, just kind of keeping it very natural down there. I just feel like it kind of makes you look a little bit more awake. But sometimes I do put it on my bottom lashes. I never used to. It's kind of like a new phase. But that's it. I'm happy with that. I won't put too much more. I've not got anything like overly important going on today. I've just got a meeting later on. But then I'm going to go in with blusher, and I'm going to use this one right here by, what's this, Beauty UK, and it's one of their baked blushes in Popsicle Pink. That's such a cute name, but it looks like this. It's just like a nice bright vibrant pink colour. I'm going to just get that on my brush and apply it kind of at the high points of my cheeks, again to kind of just help slim my face down a little bit, because God knows it needs it. No, it doesn't really need it that badly, but it just suits me more, and it really, I feel, kind of like creates more of a kind of bright, pretty effect, and it's got a nice shimmer to it as well, so it really highlights the area. Then I'm going to just line my lips. I'm going to use this lip liner by Essence. I've got like a brush hair or something here that's driving me crazy. This is by Essence and it's number 11 in the nude. And I'm just going to apply this everywhere. So just filling my lips in, and I've done this so many times now that I kind of can do it without even looking in a mirror, really. Just to kind of create a nice shape. And then for highlighter, I'm going to use this one by Dainty Doll, which I don't love. I feel like the applicator of it's kind of very annoying, but I'm going to just use this because I'm using it at the moment. I'm just going to apply a small amount there and blend it out, and then another just on the Cupid's bow and blend that in again, and just a little bit under my brow bone. That really does kind of help make your face look like it's slightly lifted. I think it's a great look if you're trying to kind of create a slightly anti-aging look. It's really good for that. Now, last but not least, lips. I was going to wear a bright lip today from the Body Shop. I was going to wear this kind of lovely bright pink colour, but I think it doesn't really go with what I'm wearing, so I may have to rethink that, and I may have to pick something else, and I may wear something that's a little bit more kind of goes with what I'm wearing. And I think what I'm going to use is this slightly reddish one by Revlon, and this is their lip butter in Candy Apple, which is just this kind of like nice red. And it's just a very subtle red, it's not too much. And just kind of have that everywhere, and that is it. Now I'm going to just quickly move on to show you how I do my hair, because that's my makeup completely done. Put some perfume on, and we're going to take my hair out of its clip, and I straightened it a couple of days ago, so it's kind of looking a little bit flat and weird now. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of shake it up first of all, because I feel like it just needs to kind of get a little bit of body and air into it first. So I shake it up, I make it look like I'm a crazy person, and then bring the two front sections forward, and I'm just going to make the camera go up a little so you guys can see the upper part of my hair first. So now I'm going to put some dry shampoo on, because as I said, I washed it a couple of days ago, and I'm just going to kind of part my hair in various sections and rub in the dry shampoo. And the dry shampoo I'm using is the Umberto Giannini Glam Hair Morning After Dry Shampoo. I really like this one because it doesn't feel like you've got anything in your hair, so it doesn't kind of feel like you've got tons of build up. Like the Batiste, for example, I feel like really creates build up. I just kind of spray it everywhere that needs a bit of a refreshment, and just kind of spray it everywhere. And don't forget to kind of get the back part of your hair as well. I need to kind of move that and just spray in a little bit of dry shampoo. And dry shampoo is such a great styling product for just adding oomph back into your hair as well, I feel. So now that the dry shampoo is kind of in there and we've got quite a bit of body going on, now I'm just going to work on the brush right here. And I can't remember where this brush is from, it's new, but it's a really, really cool hairbrush. I'm going to put a little annotation here somewhere or in the down bar from where it's from, because it's from some sort of charity that helps women's education, I think. So I'm going to put that in the down bar because it's actually a really, really nice brush, and I love the handle because it's kind of cork and it's sort of riveted, so it's really comfortable. And I'm just going to kind of section my hair a little bit. Just get the top section and just kind of go over with my Cloud9 hair straighteners. These are the wide ones, and I'm just going to go over kind of any of the inner parts. I'm not making my hair kind of look too done, because that's not really the look that I'm going for today. I just want it to kind of look just a little bit more presentable, and just a little bit more kind of tidy really. And any parts that have gone a little bit curly or a little bit frizzy, just get the once over. I'm not going to like make my ends all perfect or anything like that, because that would just take me too long. And then the upper part, which is usually the part that kind of goes the most crazy, I'm just going to brush that down and then brush it back up again and go over that with the strainers and really curl it under, because it creates like a really nice kind of shape. And definitely make sure you do the front parts to give them kind of like a nice defined look, because they're usually the parts that kind of get the most messy looking. And then again, I'll just kind of mess it up and see, but I'm generally fairly I've gone ahead and done the same on the other side as well, and I'm just going to put a little bit of hairspray in it now. I'm going to use the Wella Shockwave Extra Hold, just kind of on the length and a little bit kind of at the crown, and just kind of zhuzh it up a little, just to create a little bit more of a kind of messy but not messy look, and just adds a bit of volume because it goes very flat. And that's it, I'm kind of happy with how that looks. Now I'm going to just use a little bit of fragrance, and for fragrance I'm going to use this one by Marc Jacobs, which is Honey, and I just will put a little bit here, here and here, and then on both my wrists. And resist the urge to rub them together, because you're not supposed to do that, but I know that it's kind of a habit. But that is it, that's kind of the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you want me to do more of these, definitely let me know, and I'll see you next time. Bye!